Who's Granda's lovely girl? Yes, she are.
Jimmy,
yes, she
leave her. She's just gone over.
She'll be all right.
It's not you have to look after her when she wakens up.
No, I suppose. Oh, shh. Granda didn't mean to wake you. I'm not very good with children.
As our 3 boys can testify to.
What was that?
Nothing. Are you about tonight?
I was thinking about
I was
going
wondering
to...
if I could go out.
And who'd look after Beth?
I know. It's just something up at the hall, you know.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
No, Jimmy.
I know.
You're not ready?
I can't make it.
What's going on here?
You said we were going to do this and that you'd sort it out.
I know, but...
But nothing. Look, we've signed up for it and we're going.
What's this mad woman going on about?
Maggie and I have signed up to do a course.
Culture. We've signed up to do a cultural course.
Oh, cultural course, eh? Well, that throws a different light in the situation altogether. You know, we people on the unionist side need to learn more about our culture. It's been kept from us for far too long. Organised by the Women's Lodge.
Aye, something like that.
Well, in that case, I insist that you attend this cultural event.
It's a course every week for the next 10.
Even better. Arm yourself with knowledge, wife, and we will stand strong together. Now, off you go.
But Jimmy...
Not another word.
Jimmy, what?
Off you go, the pair of you. And now for the pub. Forgot about the wean. Maggie!
Sure about this.
Well, we're here now. Look, will you stop being such a panicker?
I know I said I'd come, but I'm not sure how much agreement there was in it.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, you can be very persuasive when you want to be.
I just thought it would be something nice, something different.
Oh, is that all right? My Jimmy's going to see it as something very different when he finds out I'm attending an Irish language course.
A what?
An Irish language.
Oh, an Irish language course.
Yes, Irish language for beginners, that's me. Sorry, are you ladies beginners? The advanced class doesn't start until 8:30.
Oh, no, we're beginners, all right.
A couple of very green wee girls.
Right. Well, if you just give me a couple of minutes, we'll get started here.
Of course.
I really don't know about this.
We've registered and paid the money. The only words I know in Irish are chucky arla. And there's probably better things to say and I want to learn them and so do you. And your mom's not a bad looking fella, is he?
He's a wee bit chunkier than I imagined.
Huh?
Well, all them boys that teach Irish are Republican ex-prisoners and sure they're skinny wee fellas from being on hunger strike, aren't
I'm
they?
not sure that's a rule, Maggie.
Well, don't you go telling them we're prods.
We are here to learn Irish, not to run up the bunting. Now just sit yourself down.
Right. Good evening, ladies. My name is Liam Carson and I will be your teacher for the next 10 weeks as you make your start learning the Irish language. Now, I feel it is important to learn where something has come from, so I'd like to take a few brief moments to give you a history of the language, just the cultural context and the etymology.
Couldn't even get the Perrys up the stairs to bed. Hello, little one. Hey? Gia Ditcha Beth. Maggie and Tanyam Ata Oram. Agus is Misha, don't worry. That means, hello Beth, my name's Maggie and I'm your granny. In Irish. I got Liam to tell me how to say it so I could come home and tell it to you. And I got him to tell me how to say wee love of my heart. Astorin Mochree.
What's going on here?
Are you all right, love?
What was that you were saying?
Oh, nothing. It was just a wee bit of Irish.
Irish? What in the name of God are you doing speaking Irish?
There was this wee woman came up to the class. She's a Protestant and she's a fluent Irish speaker too.
Oh, so you thought you'd jump on that bandwagon as well, did you? How do you know she was a Protestant?
Because she told us she was.
And you believed her. That's how they get you. And the next thing you know, you'll be marching behind an inferior flute band, stepping out in the 15th instead of the 12th. My Granda Gilmore signed the covenant, and he would be turning on his grave at the thought that any grandson of his would have Irish spoken under his roof.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, nothing. And what was that mumbo jumbo you were saying to the child? Some old spell or incantation, I have no doubt.
I said she was the wee love of my heart.
Can we be sure though? I mean, really, how can we be sure? We need to get some holy water or something to wash out our wee ears.
Jimmy, you're a Presbyterian.
And what?
You don't believe in holy water.
Well, holy earplugs then, to protect her from that old demon talk. It's bad enough that we have to suffer on the street signs and letters from the council. And we have to watch the old Gaelic games on the BBC. You never see a live Linfield match, do you? Oh, no. But now, it has crept into my very home, in the guise of my very wife, to steal away the child.
You're being over dramatic. Don't be silly.
Silly? I'm not the one being silly. I'm not the one learning the language of Irish republicanism.
You're taking this a bit too far.
Too far? Well, let me tell you this. You'll be taking it no further. You and your wee cultural visits.
Look, Jimmy. I want to do something. I'm bored. I think it's well interesting.
If you want to do something or learn something, that's fine by me. Ancient Greek, Norwegian, Mandarin, Chinese. You knock yourself out. Maybe you could take a wee course in carpentry. Help them build that bonfire a wee bit straighter in July. But not Irish, love. Not Irish. I'm heading on up here. You've given me a terrible shock. I need to step off in the front room for a wee drink just to settle myself. Oh, and I couldn't be 100% certain, but I think the wee one might need to change a nappy.
You don't say, Jimmy. You don't say. Come on, you. Do we get you upstairs and into your bed? A story in Mocree. Good girl.
Well, you're not much crack tonight.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm not in great form.
Look, Jimmy, I'm not a great one for big conversations about feelings and all that. But if you're not in good form, go on and bugger away off home. Stop making the rest of us feel miserable. I'm not out here paying $2.80 a bottle. $2.80? It's bloody robbery in here. Not out here paying $2.80 a bottle to sit and look at your miserable bake all night. So I can sit in the house and do that for free.
It's Maggie, you see.
No, I don't see. I don't want to. The trauma of marriage in the 21st century is a joy that should be confined to the privacy of the competing sides.
It's just that a quarter...
What? Who is it? You just say the word and I'll...
It's nothing like that. It's... a quarter learning Irish.
What?
She was at some cultural event and there was some woman there teaching them Irish.
Is that all? I thought you were going to tell me she was seeing another man.
I think I might have preferred that. See, if she starts learning Irish, she'll start listening to that old Republican propaganda. And the next thing you know, there'll be copies of the Sinn Féin newsletter in the bathroom and day trips to Donegal.
Think you might be taking it a wee bit too far, Jimmy?
Oh, that's easy for you to say. It's not your wife.
No, hold on there a wee minute. I caught one of them BBC Northern Ireland documentaries last week. Now, it wasn't about the Troubles, so I don't know if anyone else seen it. But anyway, one of them cultural ones they do. You know the ones the wee beardy lad does would say there'd be no such place as Canada or anyone living there if it hadn't been for the Ulster Scots.
Aye, I know the ones you mean.
Well, this one was about the Irish language. Some very interesting things they say.
Really? I can't imagine it would have anything interesting to say.
Oh, would you be surprised?
Surprised? I'd be bloody amazed.
Well, let me tell you.
An Antanium Ata Orim.
Again, huh?
An Antanium Ata Orim. sorry, it's my friend.
I know. She was here last week. Hello, Maggie. Have you come to join us?
Hello, Liam. I wonder could I have a quick word with Anne for a minute, please?
Just give us 5 minutes, we'll take a break. Anne?
Anne and Tanya ata orm. Is Bhéal Feirste. May August ta may she blain is fiha.
Rose Anne. Grimmy August. Take 5 minutes now.
Oh, that was brilliant. What did you say?
I said hello. My name's Anne and I come from Belfast. And I'm 26 years old.
You what?
She blain is fiha.
In English?
26 years old.
26. 26? The last time you saw 26, the army were still patrolling the streets.
All right. So here, where were you? I called in for you and there was no answer.
Yeah, I know, I was hiding from you.
You what?
I feel bad, that's why I came up, but I can't come back. I just can't.
What?
Jimmy's reared up about me learning Irish. All I told him was that wee woman, the wee Protestant woman that speaks it, came up to see us. I wasn't brave enough to tell him I was out of class.
So he doesn't even know you're in a class?
It was bad enough telling him we met that wee woman. I think he'd have had a coronary if I told him I'd actually signed up to learn it properly.
Well, where is he now?
It's up the bar.
Oh, so you could stay for the rest of the class.
I can't, Anne, I just can't. He said he'd rather I was out learning Norwegian or Chinese than Irish.
Well, then that's it. Tell him you're away learning French. The old boy will never know the difference.
I'd love to. I'm really enjoying it. And do you know what? Your man's not bad looking for a...
Well, come on then.
Oh well, I've even brought my exercise book with me.
Here, Liam, you don't mind if Maggie stays, do you?
Of course. Just give me 5 minutes and we'll get back to it.
Has your man tried to recruit you? We still have to watch out for that.
What? Oh, for goodness sake, Maggie, will you catch yourself on? Here, Liam, come on. Half time's over and super sub here's arrived from the bench.
Right, ladies, if we're ready to move on now, I would just like to go over a bit more of the history of the language. Just some of the place names and surnames associated with the language.
And if you want to blame anyone for the fact that the Gaelic language is alive and well in Ulster today, you look no further than the Presbyterians.
What? I'm a Presbyterian.
Well, there you are.
So what do the Presbyterians do?
Well, in the mid-1800s, they made it a rule that every one of their ministers would learn their sweet and memorable mother tongue.
They're what and what?
Oh, very poetic, Jimmy. Their sweet and memorable mother tongue. The Irish language was their... Well, it was your sweet and memorable mother tongue.
Hold on a minute. My Granda Gilmore signed the covenant. And he fought at the Somme so that we wouldn't have to speak that old leprechaun talk.
What are you talking about, Jimmy? The signing of the covenant and the war were nothing to do with the Irish language.
They were about keeping us British, and that's the same thing.
Sure, they speak Gaelic in Scotland and in the Isle of Man, and they're British, aren't they? And I'll tell you better than that, there's a Rangers supporters club has a club logo written in Gaelic.
All I know is I'll not be speaking any language that Jerry Adams speaks. Oh, no.
I'm sure he speaks English most of the time.
Well, in that case, I think you'll find he's speaking my language.
I thought your language was Ulster Scots, boy.
I will. Stop daying me head in, you bletherskate.
Aye, that's convincing. Look, Jimmy, all I'm saying is there any harm in it?
How would you feel if it was your wife?
Aye, but it's not my wife.
I'm missing wee Beth.
Yeah, we spend more time rearing that child than they do.
Your head's a Marley, Jimmy. She hasn't been here for over a fortnight.
Doesn't seem like it.
It's a shame and cry.
That's a nice wee song you're singing. What's that?
I don't know. I didn't know I was singing anything.
Well, so how are the French classes going?
Oh, ain't it, Mike? I mean, very good. Very good. I mean, very bon. Let me get these away.
Campbell. There's a good Ulster Scots name. Good solid British name. Jimmy and Maggie Campbell. Good, solid, loyal folk, wouldn't you say? Were you looking for this?
Girl, my hug it.
That's enough of that. I don't want to hear another word of Irish spoken in this house.
Fuckle.
I beg your pardon.
Fuckle. No, fuckle, Jimmy. Fuckle means word in Irish.
Well, I don't want to hear fuckle more of that in here tonight.
Fair enough. You better see about getting our name changed then.
What?
Campbell. It's a Gaelic name.
May those words turn to ashes in your mouth, woman.
It is. From the Gaelic cam and Bhéal. Cam means crooked and Bhéal means mouth. Bloody suit you. Crooked mouth.
What are you talking about? My name is not Gaelic.
Sure, you're using Irish every time you open your mouth anyway, Jimmy. Open your eyes. The Irish language is all around us. Belfast, Bhéal Feirste, mouth of the sandbank. Limavady and Liam and Wadu, the leap of the dog. Ballymena and Ballia and Menach, the middle town. Oma and Omi, the sacred plain. Shankill, Shankill, Old Church. The Orange Order had banners in Irish. Sure, every time you enjoy the crack or give a gulder or eat barnbrack or griskins or dulce, and especially when you open your big gob and talk cack, which is most of the time, you're using Irish.
If my Granda Gilmore could hear that, he'd be turning on it.
Gilmore. Here.
What's that?
I didn't want to drop it on you so soon, but you've left me no choice. It's a copy of the 1911 census, Jimmy. Anne and I did a bit of research off the back of a few things Liam was telling us.
Oh, Liam, he's the font of all
Shut up,
knowledge.
Jimmy. So we looked into all of Anne's relatives and we looked into our relatives. So of course I looked up the famous Granda Gilmore who appears in almost every conversation you have. Lived in Frome Street, didn't he?
Aye.
Fought at the Somme and signed the Covenant.
My hero.
You're a hero, Jimmy. Well, would you open that wee page there and have a look at it for me?
Why? What am I looking for? Oh.
Oh. Oh, indeed.
Oh, no. No. It says
What
here...
does it say, Jimmy?
It says he spoke Irish. And my granny too.
The Gilmores of Frome Street, loyal to the core and yet fluent Irish speakers.
No. I don't believe it.
Well, maybe you need a wee cup and tea to settle you.
No thanks. You can keep your tea.
Fair enough. I'm away up to my class for half an hour. I'll see you when I get back.
I'm going to need something stronger than tea after that.
Well, away into your wee stash in the living room then.
There isn't enough drink in this house to settle me tonight.
You'll come round it.
Never. That'll ruin me, Maggie. I'll be put out of the lodge. I won't be able to hold my head up in the Rangers Club again. My God. I won't be able to go back into the Rangers Club again. Nobody must know about this. Look, you can't tell anybody. Promise me, Maggie. Oh, if my Granda Campbell heard about that, he'd be turning on his grave.
Give me strength.
Yes, Jimmy. How's the form?
Great.
I'm glad I bumped into you down here tonight.
Ah,
You see, me and the wife were heading away to Portugal in June for a couple of weeks.
lovely.
Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I had to send away for a new passport. We haven't out of the country in years. Anyway, the passport arrived in the post this morning and I was looking through it, and do you know what I noticed when I was leafing through it?
What? You don't look as young as you used to.
No, that's not it. I noticed it was written in 3 languages. English, Welsh and Gaelic, and I thought I must tell Jimmy that.
Why? Just to make me feel even more miserable.
Why? What's wrong?
I just found out that my granny and Granda Gilmore were both Irish speakers.
But sure, doesn't that just bear out what I'm saying?
What?
That the Irish language is as fundamentally a part of Britishness as anything else. I mean, if they're going to put it into my passport.
And in our place names. And in our everyday speech. Do you know that means that we've let part of our cultural identity, our very heritage, just go? Here. Will you come with me?
Where?
To go and reclaim it.
Well, it's probably cheaper than sitting in here.
And I want to see what kind of boy this Liam fella is too.
Why, who's Liam?
He's the boy who's teaching my wife Irish. And he's doing it tonight.
Right. Let's go.
Come on now, ladies. Just a few more minutes to go. Remember now, this is not a formal test, just more a way for you to see how you're progressing with the language.
Well, there they are.
I can see that. What are they doing?
Looks like a wee exam or something. Here, your man's a bit chunky for being an ex-prisoner.
What? Do you recognise him?
No, but I think all these Irish language teachers are ex-prisoners.
See if he's an ex-prisoner. She'll be out of there quicker than you can say no surrender.
Not if you have to say it in Irish.
Right, time now, ladies, please. Pens down.
Oh, no, he's seen us.
Can you help me there, fellas?
I'm going to kill you, James Campbell. I'm affronted.
I just wanted to come down here and make sure the place was, you know, all right. And to make sure that your man there was, you know,
Suitably qualified.
Aye, that's it. Suitably qualified. You see, when I found out that my Granda Gilmore was an Irish speaker, and what with it being on the place names and the passports and all, I thought that maybe I'd got the wrong end of the stick about things. And I just wanted to come down here and say that I'm fine with you learning Irish. And I hope you enjoy it. And I'm sorry I've been such a thran old goat about the whole thing. And I wanted to make sure that your man there wasn't a Republican ex-prisoner.
Hey, well, it's not exactly a requirement, you know.
Sorry, I thought that it was.
Well, you're welcome to join us. It is a beginner's class after all.
No, I don't think we're prepared to go quite that far, but I'm sure I'll pick up the odd fockle from Maggie around the house.
Are you sure?
There's a match on tonight, and I think we're a wee bit better suited to that.
Well, anyway, he's your man, not me. I'm an atheist Protestant. He's a Presbyterian.
Oh, really? Me too.
Right. I'll see you at home, Maggie.
I hear that. Board falsha, all that.
Board falsha, aye.
Slan. Slan. Get out.
Slan.
Well, ladies, it would seem we have a bit of a way to go yet.
Nothing to stand in our way now. Shall we be getting on?
Ta!